because I'm a very spiritual individual. I knew that the Lord would take care of me somehow. I'm a man who believes in God. I'm a man who had made a will and sacrifice of consecration to God. I'm a man who tried to walk all his life in the light of God and the truth and the word. So I did not fear, as the scripture says, fear ye not. Whom shall I fear?
Right.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I be afraid? So I really believe that. So I knew that the Lord would bring me through this, and he did. I came out, saint of mine. I wrote The Echo from Dealey Plaza because I wanted the people to understand what really happened to me and what lied behind President Kennedy's assassination. And I have also written spiritual books on slideshare.net, brother. Abraham Bolden, slideshare.net.
Sacredcombat.com as well.
Yeah. And they can go there and read much of the material that I wrote, and they will see that regardless of what the principalities tried to do to me, that as it is written in the Holy Word, is that no cross, no crown. As it says in Isaiah, I have chosen thee and refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee out of the furnace of affliction. See, but people must understand that we are like iron ore. The iron, the drug, the sludge must be burned away from the iron ore before that we can be fit to serve our Lord. Through suffering comes knowledge and the victory.
And you came out of this, it sounds like, stronger.
Yes, I did. I came out strong. As I tell a lot of people, you see, all my life I have wanted to seek the truth. I wanted to seek the truth. I was willing to sacrifice everything that I had to become one with my Lord, to learn the truth. Why was my Lord crucified? I wanted to know these things. And I was taught while that I was in prison about the truth of the Word. In the beginning was the Word. And that Word was God.
Right.
It became manifest. And I try to walk in that Word, live in that Word, drink that Word, eat that Word. And I want to finally do something for the salvation and the uplifting of mankind. That's my mission now. And I appreciate you having me on your show.
You bet.
I really appreciate it.
Why the title, The Echo from Dealey Plaza?
Yes, the title is The Echo from Dealey Plaza, my book, written by Abraham Bolden. They can get an autograph copy from me by sending an email to a.bolden@sbcglobal.net. Autograph copy. It's $15 plus $7 mailing fee. Or they can order it from Amazon or any of the large bookstores all over the United States.
Well, I got to ask you because everybody's going to ask me, and if I didn't ask you, they'd say, "What in the world were you thinking?" So why do you think they killed JFK?
JFK began to want to change our monetary system. He wanted to do away with the Federal Reserve Bank as it stands now. Wanted to go back to the gold standard. That would have made a lot of important people lose billions and billions of dollars if he had gone back to that. Now, another thing, President Kennedy was the first Catholic president
Right.
that we had. Now, there is some evidence that his Catholicism religion had a lot to do with the schemers that assassinated him, because one thing that he did, he came out against secret organizations shortly before he died. And he was talking about the Illuminati, the Masons, and some of the people who actually control, behind the scenes, control the monetary and the political system of the United States.
Right.
So he was very dangerous. He had to be eliminated if the status quo was to be maintained. That's why he was assassinated.
Who do you think they used? Do you think they used the mafia or the government themselves, or?
Yes, I think that they used criminal activities, and some of the people were also CIA agents, government employees. The way the government works, they work in teams. And they may have a team in Florida, a team in Chicago, and a team in Dallas, Texas. Now, these teams may or may not be familiar with one another. Even during the incident, one shooter may not know that there's another shooter that's present doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And so this is how they keep a protection as to who did what and when. I'm saying that if a shooter was firing from the Teletype building, he may not have even known that a shooter would also be firing from the grassy knoll. That's how things are laid out when the U.S. government or the CIA or when professional hitmen are involved. And so that might have been a combination of people who had been hired, consisting of criminals, government officials, agents, and also mafia type people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oswald was just some kind of a patsy then.
Yeah. Yes, Oswald was definitely a patsy. As a matter of fact, over the Teletype machine, and they had Teletype machines in 1963, I saw a Teletype that had come from Dallas, Texas, that said that Officer Tippit had been shot. Now, there was a woman, a witness, who saw the shooting of Officer Tippit. Now, the description that came out on the All Points Bulletin was that the person who shot Tippit was a blonde-haired, stocky, short, white person that did not match Lee Oswald. Now, this came from a woman who said she actually witnessed Tippit being shot. And that's what came over the Teletype in the Secret Service office of Chicago. I guess it went to all of the offices in Chicago. Now, that was never presented to the Warren Commission. But we did receive such a teletype. I received a telephone call on November the 23rd while Oswald was in custody from Inspector Kelly of the United States Secret Service, which said that Oswald had mentioned a person, John Hurd, during his interrogation. And he wanted us in Chicago to check and see if we could locate or find the identity of any John Hurd in the Chicago area. I received that telephone call because I was the on-duty agent for that night. They would always have an agent to answer the telephone call that came into the Secret Service after the normal working hours. And I happened to be that agent that night. And they were saying that this was an emergency thing because Oswald had mentioned this John Hurd a number of times. Now, I don't know where that fits into the investigation. I understand that some researchers did some research on it and found out that John Hurd was actually a person who had an association with naval intelligence in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, I can't substantiate that, but that's what I heard.
Trump has been receiving his fair amount, at least he was, threats against his life as well. You always wonder, they probably have changed things a little bit since then. He hasn't gone after the monetary system, but he certainly has been going after everybody else. Do you think he should be really concerned? Do you think they got him covered? Do you think your protection is good enough?
I think the one good thing that Trump did was to bring its own protection in along with the U.S. Secret Service. Mm-hmm. But the final analysis, what he's going to have to do is to separate the Secret Service from the Homeland Security. And he's going to have to give the obligations that are now based into one Secret Service agency and spread that across several agencies. Say, for instance, there would be no need if he if he founded a separate organization saying the Government Protective Security Agency. Now, people could come in from the Air Force, the Army, the Marines in plain clothes, and it would be unnecessary for agents to, say, fly from here to Europe or from here to Argentina or anywhere in the protection of the president, because they would be able to draw upon a number of people who had been specially trained in these areas who are servicemen already. And that would save the government quite a bit of money instead of flying the Secret Service agents to these various places where they have recently been scandalized.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your story and for your time, Mr. Bolden. It's been a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you so much, sir. I thank you for inviting me.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Ron Coleman, Sacred Combat. Bat.